Hello students. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the Rutherford nuclear model of atom. Okay, and after that the next model is the Bohr's model. Bohr's model. Okay, so but before going to the Bohr's model we should know few terminology. Okay, so generally the atom we will represent, how we can represent an atom. Okay, what is there inside that. Okay, so what we discussed, atom possesses the protons, neutrons as well as the electrons. Protons, neutrons and as well as the electrons. Okay, so here the terminology is generally we will how we will represent the representation of atom. We will represent with the like X and some Z and A. Z and A. Okay, right. So what is the Z and what is the A? So the Z is nothing but the atomic number. Atomic number, and the A is nothing but the mass number. Okay, so this represents the atomic number and A represents the mass, right? Okay, so the Z, what is the Z then? The Z is nothing but, how you'll find it, either it is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, or it is equal to the number of electrons in a neutral atom, in a neutral atom. Okay, but most of them go with this. The Z is equal to number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, take an example for the hydrogen. For the hydrogen, what is the atomic number? It is 1. Okay, that means there is a 1 proton in the nucleus. Come to the helium. The Z is 2. Okay, that means in this it has a 2 protons in it. Okay, while writing, how we will write? The helium 2. Helium 2. Okay, and come to the lithium, we will write the 3. That means the Z is equal to 3. And come to that beryllium, the Z is equal to 4. Okay, now come to the carbon, it is 6. The Z is equal to 6. That means here it contains the 6 number of protons in the nucleus. 6 number of protons in the nucleus. Okay, and next is the mass number. What is the mass number? The mass number is nothing but the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. Number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay, so generally the combination protons and neutrons, you know that protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, so that they collectively call it as a nucleons. They collectively call it as a nucleons. Why we are calling the mass number is that generally in an atom, already I said, generally in an atom the protons relatively possess the mass and neutrons also possess the mass, and come to the electron, relatively it is very less, so that it is negligible. The electron's mass is negligible. So okay, so that means the atom mass is obviously nothing but the mass of proton plus mass of neutrons. Okay, that is the reason we are calling it as a mass number. Mass number. Okay, so what is the mass number? A, it is nothing but the number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay, and these combination you can also call it as a nucleons, because they are present in the nucleus, right? And you can represent with the A. So the number of neutrons, if suppose you want to calculate the number of neutrons, what you have to do? A minus Z, the mass number minus number of protons, you can calculate the number of neutrons, right? Okay, so the representation of atom, how we will represent is that, for mostly we will write like this: hydrogen. In most of the books they will mention like this: 1 2, helium, sorry, 1 1, hydrogen 1 1, helium 2 4. Okay, so like this they will represent. That means the downside, the hydrogen, the downside is the atomic number, and here is the mass number. Wait. Mass number. Okay, and come to the helium, it is 2 4. And for the, suppose you take different an atom, so atom A, so you will write either you write atomic number here and the mass number is here. Suppose you take it as a X element and you write the A here. Okay, so is it the only way to write? No, you can write in different ways also. Okay, so you can write either like this, ZA one side, or you can also write like this, or you can also write like this, and you can also write like this, your wish. But mostly we will follow this one. We follow this one. Okay, so now you see the atoms: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, carbon, some chlorine. Okay, so in this you find that what is the atomic number and what is the mass number and how many number of electrons are there. Already we said the number of electrons is equal to the atomic number in the neutral atom. Okay, and the number of neutrons you calculate A minus Z. So come to the helium, you look at here, the Z atomic number is 2 and the mass number is 4 and the number of electrons equal to the Z, so that is 2, and the number of protons again is equal to the Z. Then Z is equal to number of protons or the number of electrons. Okay, and come to the number of neutrons, A minus Z, that is 4 minus 2 is equal to. So like this you can calculate the number of neutrons. Okay, already you know all these things, but once again please. And if suppose when you added an electron to an atom, what the atom possess? It possesses the negative charge. Depends on how many electrons you are adding. If you add the 1 electron, it possesses the -1. If you add 2 electrons, -2, 3 electrons, -3. Okay, very similar subtraction of electron from an atom. That means when you remove an electron from an atom, it possesses the positive charge on the atom. Okay, so positive charge means that depends on how many electrons you are removing. When you remove 1 electron, it possesses the 1 positive charge plus 1. If you remove the 2 electron, plus 2. When you remove the 3, it possesses the plus 3. Okay, that means here the number of electrons are decreasing, you are removing, and here you are adding, so that the number of electrons increases. Why I am telling is that whenever someone asks to calculate the number of electrons, protons and neutrons in the S minus sulfur -2 ion. Okay, so in that case what you will do? You know that the atomic number of sulfur is 16 and mass number is 32. Okay, so the Z is equal to 16 means the number of protons obviously is equal to 16. But come to the electrons, you know that in the neutral atom, neutral sulfur, there are 16 electrons. But here there are 2 more extra electrons because here the charge is -2. So that you combine 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. So like that you have to calculate the number of electrons. Okay, so that is the reason why I told you, right? And the next important terminology, that is isotopes. What is an isotope? You learned already what is an isotope. The isotopes are nothing but the atoms with the identical atomic number but different in the atomic mass number are known as isotopes. That means that Z should be same, but there is a difference in the A. Okay, so come to the hydrogen. There are 3 different types of isotopes are there. Okay, so what are that? Hydrogen 11, 12 and 13. You see, look at here downside the Z. Here it is a 1, 1, 1. So that the Z is same, but the A is different. Now come to the chlorine. Look at here, 1735, 1737. So these 2 are the isotopes for the chlorine. Next come to the carbon, 3 isotopes, 612, 613, 614. Okay, there are 3 different isotopes are there. Okay, so why this difference is that the difference in the neutrons, so you don't require all these things. What you should remember is that the atoms with the identical atomic number but difference in the mass number, those you can call it as isotopes. And the next one is the isobar. So what are the isobars? The isobars are the atoms with the same mass number but different in the atomic number. Okay, here the mass number A should be same, but there is a difference in the Z. Okay, there should be difference in the Z. Okay, right. Look at here, the mass number 17, 17, 17, but the Z, N, nitrogen 717, oxygen 817, fluorine 917. So the mass number is same, but the atomic numbers are different. Don't worry about the symbol. Don't worry about the symbol. Okay, so these you call it as isobars. You call it as isobar. And next there is some more are there, isotones. What are the isotones? The atoms of different elements with the different atomic number and different mass number, but equal to the number of neutrons, okay, are called as the isotones. That means they different in the atomic number Z and also different in the mass number, but equal in the neutrons. What are the neutrons? That is A minus Z. What is the same? A minus Z is same. Okay, look at these example, nitrogen 717, oxygen 818, fluorine 919. So see the difference, 17 minus 7 is 10, 18 minus 8 is 10, 19 minus 9 is 10. So that means the neutrons are same. Okay, so these you call it as isotones. Next is the isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species are nothing but the atoms having the same number of electrons. You can call it as a isoelectronic species. Okay, so look at these, chlorine minus and argon. So argon, in the argon how many electrons can be present? Generally the argon Z is equal to 18. Okay, so that here it contains the 18 electron. But come to the chlorine, in this the Z is equal to 17. So that electrons are 17 plus there is a one extra electron is there, right? So you add it and you can get the 18 electron. So here the electrons are same. The atoms having the same number of electrons, you call it as the isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species. Okay, so this is the terminology, and later in the next lecture you can go to the Bohr's model, and before the Bohr's model there is a development leading to the Bohr's model of atom. Okay, that you can see in the next lecture. Okay.